morning, everybody. Today we're in Arabia Mountain, and follow us on this walk to the Indian burial ground from Pet Cemetery Part 2 back in the 90s. Hope you enjoy the video.
soul is lost somewhere. I can't find me there too. I feel you fading away. I feel you fading away. I try to dream, I say my prayers. If someone needs them, then I can't say I don't care. I feel you fading away. I feel you fading away. I wanna scream, I wanna run away, I wanna tear this world apart. I wanna cry, I need somewhere to hide. The only place I know is the place inside your heart. I feel fading. They say that time will make it right, but they won't tell me how I'll make it through tonight. I feel you fading away. I feel you fading away. I feel you fading away.
Okay, so we arrived at the burial ground for Pet Sematary Part 2. It's a little windy and slippery, but right here, let me go up this little ledge. Right here would now start the circle of the burial ground. These stones, I believe, are not from the design from the Indian burial ground. They are over right there. It is stated that when they had to do a wrap and everything was done, that they took all the stones and put them over to the right of where the Indian burial ground was, and there's a couple of big piles over there. But right over here, I want to say in this circle right here is where they were burying Zowie. When they came into the pet cemetery for the first time, or the burial ground, they had came from around this corner right here and looped around. You would see some side shots right here. Get over. So we'll just say that around this circle, like I said, is where they were burying Zally. And like I said, it's mostly stone. It's all stone. So he would have came around this bend right here and would have buried him right here. So you would see side shots over here. But the most famous one is this tree right here. They would have been buried in Zally somewhere in the circle, and you would see this tree in the background plus two more over here, which are now knocked down and gone. But this is it. This is the Indian burial ground from Pet Cemetery 2. We could go a little closer and check out the famous tree. I have pieces of everything up here for everybody that I sell on my page. But here's the tree. I had one of my kids picking off the bark for everybody off of here, and he got covered in ants. He wasn't too happy about that. And this is it. Let me show you a little view. It's really nice up here. It's peaceful. You only see a couple of people sometimes if you come here. So you kind of get to be by yourself. This is my epic places that I made out of rocks. One of the first times I was up here. I definitely want to say we were one of the first, if not second, people to find this burial ground. Again, this is from part 2 in the 90s. Last time I was up here was to bury my cousin's ashes. He used to do film locations with me, and we thought it'd be really cool for him to be in the burial ground. That's his right there that his kid actually made for him after he passed away. But he is actually a little bit out of the circle of how big the circle was with the rocks, with the Stickman logo. We didn't want him to be directly in the middle of where other people could be coming to and stuff like that. So we just put him off to the side right here. Let me show you this too real quick. This is pretty cool. And I'll tell you, one of the first times I came up here, there was like nothing in here. And it's starting to pick up for sure. Beer, cigarettes, dollar bills everywhere. I even left one of my setups from Pet Cemetery up here that I'd be selling. And let me take you back here, show you where my cousin is. Again, he used to do film locations with us, but I'm up here with his son right now. He just had a beer with his dad. Yeah, Happy Places, EP, Bones Lamore. Buried in the Micmac burial ground. That's him. And right there is the Indian burial ground.